not only persists, but grows in size. Carl Jung believed that the things you avoid do not disappear. They become stronger. The fear you ignore grows. The pain you hide grows. The truth you avoid grows. And slowly, the things you refuse to face begin controlling your life. Most people believe avoiding pain protects them, but often, avoidance is what creates suffering. A person afraid of failure avoids trying. Then regret grows. A person afraid of rejection avoids people. Then loneliness grows. A person afraid of discipline avoids discomfort. Then weakness grows. This is how fear quietly takes control of a life. Not through one massive collapse, but through small daily escapes. Distraction, comfort, scrolling, noise, entertainment. Because distraction feels easier than truth. But the longer you run from something, the more power it gains over your mind. Most people are not relaxing. They are escaping. Escaping responsibility, escaping growth, escaping themselves. And eventually, the thing they avoided becomes their prison. The scary part is this: most people never notice it happening. Fear grows slowly. Weakness grows slowly. Comfort addiction grows slowly. And because the destruction is slow, people mistake it for normal life. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 year. 1 year becomes an entire wasted life. All because a person kept running from discomfort. That is why avoidance is dangerous. Because what you avoid today often becomes the thing controlling you tomorrow. The fear you refuse to face today quietly shapes your future. And eventually, you begin organizing your entire life around avoiding pain. You avoid difficult conversations. You avoid responsibility. You avoid change. You avoid discipline. You avoid risk. You avoid truth. And slowly, your world becomes smaller. Not because life trapped you, but because fear trapped you. Carl Jung believed every human has a shadow, a hidden side they refuse to face. Fear, anger, weakness, pain, insecurity, jealousy, shame. Most people pretend these things do not exist, but ignored darkness never disappears. It waits silently, then slowly leaks into behavior. Overthinking, anxiety, self-destruction, emotional instability, comfort addiction, toxic habits. Because hidden pain always seeks expression. And what you refuse to confront consciously controls you unconsciously. This is why some people suddenly explode emotionally. Years of hidden anger finally surface. This is why some people sabotage relationships repeatedly. Years of hidden fear finally surface. This is why some people destroy their own future. Years of hidden weakness finally surface. Because avoided emotions never truly disappear. They wait in darkness. And the longer they stay hidden, the more dangerous they become. That is why silence terrifies people. Because silence exposes truth. Truth about wasted time. Truth about fear. Truth about weakness. Truth about the life you know you should be building. And instead of facing it, most people distract themselves again. Another scroll, another video, another excuse, another distraction. Because temporary distraction feels safer than painful awareness. But awareness is where transformation begins. Growth begins where avoidance ends. The moment you stop escaping discomfort, you begin changing. The moment you stop hiding behind excuses, you begin growing. The moment you face the truth honestly, fear loses some of its power. Because visible fear is easier to fight than hidden fear. Most people spend their entire lives running from themselves. But powerful people, they face themselves honestly. Their fear, their weakness, their excuses, their darkness. And that honesty changes everything. Because once you face what scares you, it stops controlling you. That is why mentally strong people are dangerous. Not because they have no fear, but because they stopped running from it. Most people pray for a better future while still protecting the habits destroying them. They want change without discomfort. They want growth without sacrifice. They want confidence without confronting insecurity. But transformation demands confrontation. You cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. You cannot grow while protecting comfort. You cannot change your life while escaping yourself every day. Carl Jung's warning was simple. What you resist not only persists, but grows in size. So maybe your fear keeps growing because you keep feeding it avoidance. Maybe your pain keeps controlling you because you refuse to face it. Maybe your life feels stuck because you keep escaping the truth. And maybe real freedom begins the moment you stop running from yourself. MindBite. The fears you avoid today become the chains that control you tomorrow.